Hi everyone, it's Renee here today, and today I have another digital to show you. It's to make these cute little slides. So I've made this kit to make these slides. Now I have made these using a laminator, and if you don't have one I highly recommend getting one, but you can also make them without the clear see-through area, just sticking the butterfly on the card if you don't have a laminator. But let's make them together and you can see how it's done. Before I start, I'll just show you the digital kit. It comes with these ones with a tab on the top and then a tab on the bottom, these with an oval hole, and these with a fancy top, and then you've got labels and specimen words and then some butterflies. Alright, so let's start with the butterflies because they're going to need some time to dry. So I've got a couple of ways you can do these. So the first way will be getting some scissors and cut out whichever two butterflies you want to stick front and back. So I'll just trim these apart, and I think I'm going to go for this green butterfly here to start with, and I'll put this purpley pink colour on the back. So first you can cut it out. Now with these ones you can cut around the lumpy bits, or you can just do a round cut, which I find easier. Like this. And around. Now it's up to you whether you want to chop the antennas off or leave them on. I find with this particular technique chopping them off is easier. The other way I do them, I leave them on, which I'll show you next. Alright, now I've cut out the two butterflies. Just need a piece of paper. Alright, and I'm just going to ink the back of the butterflies with black. Just mostly around the edges, but it doesn't matter if you do the whole thing. But it's just so when you glue these together, you're not going to see any white poking through from the butterfly behind. Okay. So now I'm just going to put glue on one of them. Okay. And I'm going to gently touch them together, but not press until I've manoeuvred them to where I think they're pretty much in the same position. And then press. Alright, so that's hidden the white pretty well. Now the second way I like to do this, let's grab this one and this one. Now, how can I show you this? One moment while I grab some stuff. Right, here I've just got an upside down Tupperware container and I've got a light underneath. It's just my phone, but a torch would do. And you can see a clear outline when you put the butterfly on there. So what I'm going to do is take this other piece, uncut, just put glue all over it. I normally hold this up to the light, I find it easier, but let's see how this goes. I'm going to place it over the top of this one, and you can't really see it on the video, I don't think. Let's see if that'll... Alright, you can see it's not quite where I want it to be, so I'm just going to manipulate it. Looking around the wings to see if it needs any other manipulation. Right. I think that's good enough, and then press it down. So then you're cutting it out once this way, which, you know, is nice. These are just printed on the regular 80 GSM copy paper, so it's easy to see through the page with the light behind it. And like I said, I have a light right in front of me, so I'm normally just holding it right in front of my face to do that. Right, I'm not going to be too careful about going right up against the antenna, whichever one of it's the right pronunciation. Alright, so now I've got that cut out, we just need to do the inking. Now with this one, grab yourself a cotton tip or an earbud or whatever they're called where you are, and press it into your ink pad a few times and then rub it on the antenna. If you've got another device that's small that you're used to inking with, that's fine. And the only reason I'm using this is it's such a small area. I don't want to get ink all over the wings while I'm trying to do these tiny little slithers. Oops. And don't forget to do the other side as well. You could probably do this with a black marker as well, if you've got one. Right, that's got the antenna bits, and then I'm just going to do the edge of the wings as well. And I might just do that little tip on his tail there, it's showing a little bit of white. There we go. Alright, so that's both the ways that I've been cutting the butterflies out. I've lost the other one already. No idea where I've put that. It will show up. So I have cut a bunch of these out earlier using that technique I just showed you. And they all have their antennae, words on at the moment. Alright, so we'll use these ones. Now, I'm going to go get the laminator, and I'll do these with the laminator So I'll meet you back here in just a moment. Alright, excuse the glare from the lights, but I've got the laminating pouch, which I'm going to open. Sorry about that. And I'm going to put the butterflies in, straighten their antenna out. I'm going to probably only put 8 in. But so far apart. Like this. There. And there. Alright, and I'm going to close, oops. Doesn't really matter if they're not quite straight, but it helps if they are. Right, so as soon as this laminator's heated up, we'll run it through. Right, now I've laminated these butterflies, we can start making our slides. So let's pick our first shape. Let's start with these fancy ones. I think I'll just go for these top two here. And I'm just going to cut these out. Right, now I'm going to cut the window out using a craft knife. I find once I get to this point, if I turn it over, I can see where the cuts need to be joined more easily than trying to look at the pattern on the front. And then the other one. Right, inking time. So you're going to want to do the inner edge of the part you just cut out on both frames, like this. Oopsie daisies. I've printed these out on 250 GSM card, just so they're sturdy and they feel more substantial when they're done. I like it better. Alright, so I'm just going to put these together just to see if I'm going to have any white issues, which I might. So to avoid it, I'm going to use this other little inker. I did switch to this one because this one seems to be better at this particular job. And I'm going to just try and do around such that the back of the hole is inked all around. That way it's hiding all the white when they're together. should do. Okay, so now I'm going to get a butterfly. I really like this one, so let's start with him. So I'm going to pop a frame over the top about where I want it, and then I'm just going to use my scissors to just cut just go straight across like that, and so I've got a little extra room about there, straight across there. Okay, let's cut them out. Right, now I can just hold it with the frame whereabouts I want it to be, and I'm just going to trim off the excess, making sure that you leave a little overhang all the way around so you've got something to glue. Alright, that's good. So next I'm going to my glue stick. Just gluing around the hole like that, and I'm going to place the butterfly centrally like that. And I managed to get glue all over the plastic. Luckily it will wipe off with a tissue. There we go. Alright, so now let's just get this down. I'm going to glue the whole piece now. I'm going to place it over the top lightly until I just manoeuvre it into position. Both sides. Wiping off the excess glue, if any got on your window. Right. Now, if you want to, you can trim the white, or you can just ink the white, which is what I'm going to do. Excuse my son, he's been quite noisy today. Okay. Now I'm going to get the label sheet, and I think I'll just go these darker brown ones. Inking the edges. I also printed these on the 250 GSM because I like how they stand out a little bit off the specimen tray. Bit of glue. This one. Flip it over. I could put a different label on this side if I wanted to, but I'm just going to put the same label, like, you know, it's the same butterfly from front and back. Alright, and now I want a couple of these little specimen words. And then just to decide where I want to place it. So that's the first one done. So let's make another one of the other shapes now. Let's do this oval. I think I'll just take these two here. This one sounds like he's turned into a monkey. Alright, so in order to cut out the oval by hand as nicely as you can, I'm just going to put a little X in the middle of each one just to get it started. And I'm just going to start by going in an oval shape, cutting out a good portion of the centre, and then doing the same sort of technique. I'm just going to slowly oval shape till I make it to the edge. I find when cutting circles out, you're more moving the card than you're moving the scissors. Carefully. I don't know if you can hear my son in the background, but I think he's a Looney Tunes character at the moment. Right, I've left a little bit of white all around there, but a bit of ink's going to hide that, so I'm happy with that one. Same again for this one. I'm mainly keeping the scissors in exactly the same position, and I'm just turning the slide to get that circular cut. And there we have it. Let's ink these up. Alright, and I'm going to do the same as last time and use this little tool to just get the back of the hole black so you don't see the white when we put them together. Okay, so butterfly time. Let's find one that fits nicely. Do that one or that one. Which one do I want? Let's go that one. So, just going to put the butterfly, the slide over the butterfly, and again use the scissors to mark approximately where I want to cut across. the butterfly in place. I'm going to trim the plastic under the slide with just a little overhang for the glue. Okay, so glue around the hole. Butterfly in position, and glue on the other piece. Sorry if I'm off camera there. Lay it on gently until you've got it lined up.
Whoa!
And okay, just going to trim that little white bit there, and making sure that's pressed down firmly. Time to ink. Okay, time for some more labels. Let's just go the next two up. Bit of glue. Another bit of glue. And there we go. There's the specimen words. And just there, I think. A bit of an angle. There we go. And too much. Alrighty dokie, alrighty dokie, alrighty dokie, apparently. These are the other two designs. However, this butterfly here is from our other butterfly collection, which is also available in the shop. It's sold separately. And I just like when they're put together, you can kind of see the two little tabs. I think this is just a cute little set. Anyway, so that's how they go together. And like I said, if you don't have a laminator, you can just stick the butterflies straight onto the card and have one both sides, and it'll have the illusion of being see-through, even though it's not. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you found these fun, and if you'd like to get this kit, it'll be in the shop. I'll put the links in the description box below. See you next time. Bye.